All right, Campbell's comments today, catching up with Rodger Strong. Firstly, welcome, Rodger.
Thanks very much. How are you?
Very, very well. You're in Wagga Wagga, I believe, which is where Yuruby Park is situated. Yuruby Stud, sorry.
Yeah, we're just outside Wagga on the banks of the Murrumbidgee River, Horses Heaven.
It is Horses Heaven, and I've got a bit of a video, and I'll put a little bit of the footage up here, but it just looks a magic place. Nice sort of rolling pastures, I suppose, is the best way to put it, and you've got some irrigation in spots as well.
Yep, all irrigated. We're fully irrigated. We're right on the banks of the river, lush pastures, and we're always improving our pastures.
And Yuruby Stud, you always got stallions. How many stallions will you be standing this season?
We'd probably stand 6 this year.
Yep. Do you enjoy that side of it?
That's great. It's great.
You still train the odd horse? I know you train and drive a few.
Yeah, I used to, but now that the farm's got so busy, and I just get right a hand if he needs a hand every now and then, that sort of thing. But yeah, we've got some pretty good staff here now that are doing it, and yeah, it's good.
Keeps you on the hop, mate. The Winter Woolies sale for Nutrien, it commences this coming Friday the 4th at 10 o'clock and closes 3 o'clock Monday the 7th. It's an online sale. You can go to either nutrienequine.com.au or Auctions Plus. I'll have to get the rest of their website, but they are in the midst of changing it. You guys have got a big draft. It's your first foray. You didn't bring any horses down to the Nutrien sale, but you've got behind this online sale, and you've got, I think, 14 stock going through.
Yeah. We just thought it was very well promoted, the yearling sale, and we thought we might jump on board and see how we go, put our toe in the water and see how we go.
Do you guys normally sell in Sydney? Like, we don't get to see a lot of you guys in Victoria.
Sydney, mate. Yeah, Sydney's our main. Sydney and Bathurst.
Yep. Bathurst, beautiful part of the world. I actually was there a couple of years ago and haven't been able to get back because of something called COVID. But anyway, we definitely won't worry about that. You've got 8 mares in the sales, and you've got a really nice sprinkling of mares, Rodger. There was a couple that you were going to just sort of highlight a little bit.
Yeah, just a couple of them to go through. Like one of the mares is a lifetime mare called Elizabeth Kelly.
Yeah.
The Australian broodmare mare, Miss Paula. You know, she needs no introduction. Miss Paula left McRae's mate, Greg Kelly, Macca Kelly, Albert Kelly, Lorna Kelly, the great Bernie Kelly family. And this is someone's chance to grab one of these and fold a Renaissance man who's doing a great job now with a small crop.
Absolutely. And the lifetime mares, they're leaving plenty of winners as well. Like, he was a bit of a maligned stallion, I suppose. But in the broodmare barn, he's doing a great job, isn't he?
Yeah, he's doing a good job.
Absolutely.
She's a good styler mare, big roomy mare, nice looking mare. So it always helps when you breed a foal out of them.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely indeed. You've got a few. You've got quite a sprinkling of interesting mares. I'm waiting to see. I might throw a curly one at you at the end, but I'll wait and see which ones you're going to highlight, mate.
Yeah. So the next one's a Jeremy Lobel mare in foal to Warrawee Needy. The great mare Shelley Shalanu, who was at Yadama Forest Elbow, Conrod Straight. Conrod been a good family, good New South Wales size stakes family.
Conrod, one of those Conrods Peter Manning had actually, didn't he?
Peter Manning had Conrod Straight early in the career.
Yeah.
And Rod bought him off him and had very big success with him. He also had Conrod Bent.
Yeah.
He's had a lot of Russell Edwards' family.
Yep, good, very, very good family. That was one of the ones I was going to ask about, but yeah, well, I reckon I've got you. I'm going to throw a curly one at you because you've highlighted 3. You've said, and I've got at least 2 left to ask you.
Yeah, well, she's in foal to Warrawee Needy. Our new boy.
Yep.
He's done a terrific job out of just a small crop at first. 47 foals. He's had 34 starters for 17 winners. So he's doing a great job for us.
I did a thing with Anthony McDonald. I basically got to look after Anthony McDonald a couple of years ago when he came here to Victoria before going up to Sydney, and he was very, very strong on the Warrawee Needies. I think that was the first year they stood went through the sales, and I think he bought 2 of them that year.
I think he bought 2 that year, and I think he might have bought another one last year.
Yeah, and they're very keen on him because he was a Canadian horse, very, very well performed.
Very class horse.
Yeah, flies under the radar a little bit, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He's a bit of an outcross breed, but he retired the fastest horse in the world at that stage and held the record with Some Beach Somewhere.
Yeah. So doing a good job. So you can get a mare in foal by Jeremy Lobel. with in foal to Warrior Needy, which is key. And I think that's the one thing. Stand to be corrected. No, all 8 of your mares are in foal, so that's the one part you're buying 2 for 1 basically.
Yep.
All the hard work's done. And the last one.
We've got an American Ideal mare called Millie's Ideal out of an In the Pocket Mare Classic Council. She was a good race mare herself, and she's in foal to Lenny, the great Lenny the Shark.
Yeah, and that was one of the ones I definitely had down because it is a great family, and especially American Ideal mares. They're not that easy, and they're very sought after, especially this year at the yearling sales. A lot of people were keen on the American Ideal fillies. Yep,
that's exactly right. Yep, and Lenny, we've just got weanlings here now, and we've just been doing a bit of work with them today actually, and they're just so easy to get along with. They're so much like the horse. The horse is such a cool dude. He, nothing's a hassle to him, and his stock look like it's going to be the same.
And they were well received at the recent sale, especially the Nutrien sale. There was, I think, 3 of them there. They all got good money. They were very well received and plenty of interest in them, which would have made you guys really happy.
Yeah, well, that's what we thought, and he's getting, without going over the top in mares, he's getting patronised pretty well in New South Wales.
Yeah, no, he's a good one. Little in the Kia, a Falcon Sealster mare. You don't get the opportunity to buy a Falcon Sealster mare very often.
Hey, you don't, not out of a good family like this, sister to Emma's Only.
Yep.
He was a great horse. He won a Derby, won a heat and final of the Australian Pacing Gold, and she's in foal to Warrior Needy as well.
Yeah. So you've got 8 mares. As I said, this is a Winter Woolly sale for Nutrien. Go to their website, but you've got 8 mares there. All of those, I believe, are in foal. There's 1 in foal to Tintin in America, a few to Renaissance Man. You've got a $1 million Cam mare there as well, which I didn't write her name down, which is bad of me. But I mean, $1 million Cam mare is another stallion that does a great job. A lot of Victorians don't know a lot about him because he's a New South Wales horse, but...
Yeah.
Amaretto. I couldn't remember her name for a minute, but yeah, a mare that I had a little bit to do with, and by $1 million Cam, she was just a sensational mare herself, and they do a great job. 6 weanlings going through, 5 colts and 1 filly. The filly by Lenny the Shark. How does she look?
At $1 million credit, she's a nice filly.
Yep.
Nice filly, nice petite filly, lovely natured, nice and correct. Everything's pretty good with her.
You like the Lennys?
Yeah, I do like the Lennys, only because I think I like the horse too, and it's thrown to his stock, and yeah, they're good to work with.
Yeah, you guys.
We call them.
Sorry.
They're user friendly, what we call them.
David Aiken would love that because I mean, obviously you get a soft spot for. You get a soft spot for you have that's a really nice horse, but he was just a superstar of a horse, and Akey just loves his attitude and just the way he handled himself. So he'll be keen on that.
Yep, every time I see Akey, it's, around the traps, he'll say, "Oh, how's Lenny? How's Lenny?" And Chris and Alison was up here recently with the kids, Rod's grandkids, and they come and got a photo with him, gave him some biscuits, and he doesn't forget.
No, he doesn't. He had a good relationship with both Katie and Sam. There was quite a lot of photos taken with him, and he was in his full race gear a couple of times, and he just put his head down for the photos. He's a cracker, wasn't he?
A really good photo was when they were in Perth and they were in the water on the beach with him and they were riding him. So that's how good a natured horse he is.
I might hopefully if I can dig that one up. I reckon I know where that is, so I might even dig that photo up and whack it up right now, so people that did miss it, they can see it. So yeah, there's a Lombo Pocket Watch, 2 Warrawees, 3 Warrawees, and then a very Warrawee Needy, and one very interesting one, a Tintin in America colt.
Yep, he's a Tintin out of a mare called Dreamy Brioso. She's been a pretty good mare for us. She's a Brioso Hanover mare actually, and they're doing a really good job at stud. He's a nice horse. He's a nice horse. A bit of length about him, and you can see him going grow into a nice horse.
We talk about maligned stallions. Tintin's one of those stallions, isn't he? He's left the best mare in the world, and people.
It's in the world.
Sorry.
Richest and the fastest in the world.
Yeah, and just and one in 3 countries as well, and won quality races in 3 different countries. Like that's, I think, something that flies under the radar a little bit with her. But like she's a jet, and they're not. I don't know, for some reason they're not a pin-up horse, but they again, pin hookers can look at these too, because the Tintin sold there was I think he was a pinhook himself, a chestnut colt that went through the Nutrien sale that sold really well just recently. So, when they've got the looks and that, it makes a difference. And that's one of these things with these weanlings, for pinhookers, especially going into the Nutrien sale over the next year or two, that's a good opportunity to try and turn a little bit of a profit over relatively easy and stress-free, isn't it?
That's it, that's for sure. Ours are pretty well, they're educated, they're in good condition, and people can just put the polish on them now and do what they want with them.
Absolutely. Rog, I'll let you go. I appreciate your time. Anyone that wants to get involved with this Winter Woolly sale, as I said, get onto the nutrienequine.com site or Auction Plus site. It starts Friday the 4th of June at 3 o'clock, finishes Monday the 7th of June, mate. I really appreciate your time. Modern technology, I've moved you up a little bit in the world. You've done a good job. And unfortunately, because of COVID and the lockdown, I was going to try and get to the farm this week and do a little bit of a New South Wales promo, but I look forward. I'm going to try and get up there.
Welcome anytime, Paul. Pop in as soon as you can.
I look forward to it too. It's a bit of a brainchild by Mark Barton to try and break down some of these barriers and highlight what a lot of people in the industry are doing. So hopefully in the next few weeks I might be able to get up there if things start to stabilise here in Australia. Rog, thank you very much.
Thank you.